Back at the Sweet Erickson for another year, the best of Wyoming converge in Casper for one frenzy of all-star action. Senior athletes from all corners of Wyoming come together to form North versus South. The 2019 Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Weekend is live on mylocalradio.com for a fourth consecutive season. For the North,
Ethan Price of Rocky Mountain,
Antonio Quando of Lander,
Tice Dahlberg and Aaron Teal of Buffalo,
Tristan Bauer of Sheridan,
Cade Austinson of Newcastle,
Cody Thompson of Wright,
Hunter Rouse of Casey,
Drayton Paxton of Riverton,
and Davian McAdam of Kelly Walsh.
For the South,
Danny Gosar of Pinedale,
Andrew Fornstrom of Pine Bluffs,
Derek Lionberger of Rock Springs,
Chase Stoger and Braxton Yeager of Green River,
Tucker Norman of Pine Bluffs,
Tanner Muchmore and Eric Oliver of Cheyenne East,
Jordan Maum of Torrington,
and Lane Mitchellson of Farson Eden.
Live and online exclusively on mylocalradio.com, let's head courtside for pregame coverage.
Welcome to continued coverage of the WCF All-Star Games live here from Casper College. Jake Hibbert joining you as we jump right into the Come On In pregame show. When you're looking to head to Casper, don't settle for anything less than the best. Stay at the Come On In of Casper. It's time now for the nightcap contest, and let's start it off with your North versus South video game rosters, and those are brought to you as they have been all day long by Jeff Piper and Farmers Insurance in Evanston. And whether it's home, life, auto, business, RV, side-by-side, or sled insurance, Jeff Piper in Evanston is your best bet to deliver on the protection you need. Give him a call at 307-789-5489, or if you're in the area, stop in and see him at 341 Front Street in Evanston, Wyoming. That's Jeff Piper and Farmers Insurance of Evanston, Wyoming. Let's take a look first for the North roster. Going straight down the line, you've got number 11, out of Rocky Mountain, Ethan Price, 6'2" member. At 6'3", number 13, Aaron Teal out of Buffalo. At 6 foot, Tristan Bauer wears number 15, and he's coming from Sheridan. Cade Austinson out of Newcastle, 6 foot as well, wears number 21 in today's game. Davian McAdam is 6'1" out of Kelly Walsh, the state champion. Kelly Walsh Trojans wears number 23. Number 25 is Drayton Paxton out of Riverton, 6 foot. Tice Dahlberg, 6'3", number 31 out of Buffalo. And Cody Thompson is 6'2", wears number 33 out of Wright. Hunter Rouse from KC, 5'10", and wears number 35. And Antonio Quando rounds out the north side from Lander, 6'1", wearing number 45 today. Let's take a look at the South boys. Again, these rosters brought to you by Jeff Piper and Farmers Insurance of Evanston. And we've got Andrew Fornstrom out of Pine Bluffs. He's 6 foot and wearing number 10. Number 12, Danny Gosar out of Pinedale. He's 6'4". Chase Stoger, number 14 out of Green River, 6'3". 6'3", Lane Mitchellson out of Farson Eden, wears number 20. 6'2", Eric Oliver wearing number 22 out of Cheyenne East, and 6'1", also out of Cheyenne East, Tanner Muchmore wears number 24. Jordan Maum from Torrington, 6 foot, wears number 30. Number 32, Tucker Norman out of Pine Bluffs is 6'5". Braxton Yeager out of Green River, 6 foot, wears number 34. And Derek Lionberger rounds out the south side, 6'7", out of Rock Springs, wearing number 40 today. And those are your all-star video game rosters brought to you by Jeff Piper and Farmers Insurance in Evanston, Wyoming. Let's move along with the Come On In pregame show now by hearing from the North team's coach, Alan Von Eye out of Newcastle. Got a head coach for the North boys basketball program for these All-Star games, Alan Von Eye, coming out of Newcastle. Give me a little bit of a recap of the last season that you had before we get into anything with the All-Stars out in Newcastle.
We had a solid season. We really did. Punched another ticket to the state tournament. Came down here and played the eventual state champion, the Lander Valley Tigers, and played them in a tight ball game, through about 3.5 quarters, and they got the best of us, and then we lost to the eventual consolation champions. So a good season. We had a lot of solid basketball players that really work hard and play hard, and so it was definitely a fun season for us.
You got some of those kids that you played against that are now on the team coaching. Antonio Quando, one of those players. I never saw him play in a game, but I was told that, and this was by a guy who covered him, he said when he was hot, you wanted no part of any game where he was playing in.
I've only got to see him live twice, and that was against us, and let's just say he was hot in both of those ball games. I mean, what a great kid and a good shooter, and he's one of those kids that can just put the dang rock up, and so it's really been fun to get to coach him and be around him because he's a heck of a kid.
Well, for you, so far you said the All-Star games have been great. You got no complaints. What have you been doing?
Working. This is a good squad. I tell you what, anytime you get to this level and you've got a bunch of high-quality athletes, but more importantly, high-character kids like this, it's fun. And so they've been working. We're getting up and down a lot, working on trying to install some motion kind of principles here just so we can play fast and take advantage of our athleticism. And I think the kids are doing a really good job with it.
I know it's been pretty early in how really giving you any comparison sort of thing. You haven't had too much time. But North versus South, your team versus the other team, where are you seeing some matchups, a difference? Are they similar teams? Are they a little bit different styles? What do you think?
Just from what I know about some of the South kids there in the first place, I think it'll be a pretty good matchup in the first place, but they definitely have some more size than us. And so if they're going to look to go inside at all and work some of that post game and stuff, they'll have a bit of an advantage there offensively, but I think that we have a bit of an advantage on the perimeter. We've got some kids that can flat shoot the ball and get to the rack, and every single one of our kids at every single position that we really have can do exactly that. So, it should be a decent matchup with both teams having a little bit of differentiation between each other, so it makes for a fun basketball game.
Now that you're here, what's it mean to be the coach for this North team?
It's a blast. I tell you what, anytime you get the opportunity to coach, like I said, these good athletes that are even better kids, it's an absolute blast, and it's worth every second of it.
Alan Von Eye of Newcastle, but for this week, it's the North Boys basketball program. Good luck in the All-Star game. Have a lot of fun.
Hey, thanks. I appreciate your time.
Thank you to Alan Von Eye out of Newcastle. Time to take a look at where some of these athletes will be heading off to continue their careers at the next level. Where Are You Headed is brought to you by the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau. And the Cache Valley boasts 4 golf courses, including the Logan River and Birch Creek golf courses, which are among the top courses in Utah and also rated in the top 500 of courses in the entire nation. 3 of these young men will be moving on in this All-Star game today to play for Western Wyoming Community College, future Mustangs. And all 3 of them are playing for the South team. Chase Stoger out of Green River, Derek Lionberger from Rock Springs, and Lane Mitchellson of Farson Eden. Trayton Paxton out of Riverton is staying in Riverton. He'll be playing basketball at Central Wyoming College. And same with Tristan Bauer out of Sheridan. He'll be going to Sheridan College for basketball. Eric Oliver, similar situation. Cheyenne East, that's where he's from. He'll be staying in Cheyenne and playing basketball for Laramie County Community College. And we'll hear from him just a little bit later. Davion McAdam out of Kelly Walsh is moving to Gillette College for basketball. And Antonio Quando out of Lander is going to Eastern Wyoming Community College for basketball in Torrington. Jordan Malm out of Torrington is going to be playing here at Casper College. Aaron Teal and Tice Dahlberg, both of Buffalo, both moving on to the next level, but for different sports. Aaron Teal is on to Black Hills State University for football, and Tice Dahlberg is going to Dickinson State in North Dakota for basketball. Cade Ostison rounds out our Where Are You Headed segment, as he's also heading to Dickinson State, but for basketball and track and field. And that's Where Are You Headed, brought to you by the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau. We will continue the Come On In pregame show next, where we will hear from All-Star Eric Oliver of Cheyenne East. This is exclusive All-Star coverage on MyLocalRadio.com.
Where they are headed has been brought to you by the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau in Logan, Cache Valley, Utah. Wishing all of today's student athletes good luck in their future endeavors. And reminding all of you that when you're ready to head somewhere for a getaway, explore Logan, Cache Valley, Utah. We've got it all, and so can you. Learn more by logging on to explorelogan.com. That's explorelogan.com.
About 3.5 minutes before we start this contest, let's now hear from Eric Oliver of the South team as we move on in the Come On In pregame show back here at the Casper College Swede Erickson Center on campus.
I've got Davian McAdam, formerly of Kelly Walsh, on his way to go play some college basketball. Tell us a little bit about where you're going.
For this upcoming fall, I decided to try my luck at Gillette College. You know, it's a really good staff, a really good history, just a really good program and all. I love my coach. He's a very respectable and nice guy, and I have some really good teammates coming in, so I'm looking to have a good run in it this next year.
Davian McAdam letting us know where he's headed, and Where Are You Headed is brought to you by the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau. Discover a century of the past at the 160-acre American West Heritage Center. Come discover the history of the Old West from 1820 to 1920, located just minutes south of Logan. Jumping into it, your high school season, his career capped off, Davian, with a state championship. And of all places, you get to have it in your hometown in Casper. What was that like for you and your group of guys?
Oh, man, you know, a lot of people doubted us throughout the year, said we weren't big enough, weren't good enough, just weren't ready for the stage. And we all took it really personal, busted our butts, and together with great coaching and great teammates, we were able to get it done. It meant the world to me. It was all I wanted this year, and I'm glad we were able to achieve it together.
And I know this just because I happened to be there as you guys were filing in. You celebrated by capping it off at Buffalo Wild Wings. How was that?
Oh, it's good. You know, that's our go-to.
That's your go-to spot?
Yeah, we don't go nowhere else, so, you know, it was good. Last run together, just go eat, have some good times. You know, I'm going to miss my brothers, and I'm glad for all the memories we've made.
A couple of years ago, when the last Kelly Walsh State Champion boys basketball program came through here, I had Cameron Carter up here with, name's escaping me right now.
Antula?
Manny and Tula, yeah. I had both of them up here, and I asked, what's playing for Coach Roden like? And so now I ask you the same question. Randy Roden, describe him as a coach.
You know, at first I thought he was a jerk. You know, I was a knucklehead. I still am, but I was even worse of a knucklehead in my younger years. So, you know, he was really hard on me, and I really just thought it was hatred from him. But really, my senior year, as I grew as a person and a basketball player, I really learned it was the love he has for his players and his staff, and he pushed you to be the best you can. And, you know, some people can handle it and some can, and I was able to. And I don't think I'd be where I am today without him. He has that big of an influence in my life, and I love him, and I'm thankful for him every day for that.
Your junior year, I wasn't my scout, but I watched you play a fair amount, and I thought, you know, let him shoot outside all you want. Just don't let him drive in, because that's when you're going to get to trouble, because you finish well at the rim, good at the free throw line. But at the three-point line, I said, hey, let him shoot. Mm-hmm. Your senior season, that wasn't so much the case. So how much time did you put in trying to improve that outside shot?
Oh, it's every day. You know how it is as a basketball player. You obviously want to work on your game, every aspect of it, the whole summer. And I knew that people were playing me a certain way because I couldn't shoot it consistently. So I tried to get a couple hundred shots up every day. And, you know, my form is still flawed to this day, so we're just continually working. And, you know, just with that, I was just working every day. It really motivated me because I wanted to be the best I can, and I didn't want to be a liability at any spot on the floor.
You continue to work on your outside shot. What else, as you get ready to go try your hand at college basketball, are you continuing to work on?
You know, I'm working on ball handling a little bit. You know, got to have a tighter handle. Really athletic guys. So, you know, I've been doing some training, trying to get my athleticism up, getting stronger, of course, because the game's just different at another level, you know, and I just want to be ready for that. Obviously, the shot's going to be a work in progress for a while, but I'm getting more comfortable with it, and you just being a better student of the game, watching film, just getting better as much as I can.
All right, Davian, thanks so much. Congratulations on getting to be a part of this all-star game. I'm sure it's a fun time, and also you get to have this in your hometown as well. Mm-hmm. Congratulations on you and your team's success that senior season, and good luck going on to Gillette College.
All right, thank you. Means a lot.
Had a late switch in casting characters there, and I plumb forgot about it. We'll hear from Eric Oliver at halftime, actually. Davian McAdam got added in as a pregame, or he actually got switched from halftime to pregame, and I was just a little bit off on there. So That was Davion McAdam out of Kelly Walsh, state champion, and we'll hear from Eric Oliver at halftime. So let's close out this Come On In pregame show by giving you today's starting lineups with 5 hot tubs and a spacious pool room. The Come On In of Casper is a traveler's paradise with a complimentary full breakfast and a breathtaking design. You know what? You're never going to want to stay anywhere else. Let's move on and close it out with the starters tonight. First, for the North team. And they're wearing the dark brown jerseys with white yellow striping down the side and white to yellow gradient numerals and lettering on the front. First for the North, Tristan Bauer, 6 foot. All these guys are seniors and now graduated seniors. Wearing number 15, Kate Ostison out of Newcastle, 6 foot, and wears number 21. Davion McAdam out of Kelly Walsh, 6'1", and number 23, Aaron Teal and Tice Dahlberg, both out of Buffalo, wearing 13 and 31 respectively, and both of them 6'3". Was a great Buffalo team this year. As we move on to our South, they're announcing the whole lineups. We already went through that. Tristan Bauer, as we mentioned. Let's move on to the South side. Jordan Malm, 6 foot, out of Torrington, will be wearing number 30 and getting the start for today's South Boys team, along with Chase Stoger, 6'3" guard, wearing number 14 out of Green River. Eric Oliver, a 6'2", Swiss Army knife, wherever you want to put him. He'll play. He wears number 22, formerly of Cheyenne East. Danny Gosar out of Pinedale, 6'4" shooter, wears number 12. And Tucker Norman, 6'5" out of Pine Bluffs, wears number 32. Those are your 10 starters. We'll take a break, come back with the opening tip next. This is exclusive WCF All-Star coverage on MyLocalRadio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper. The best place to stay.
Do you really think you can get a better deal on a vehicle in the city? Poppycock! Rocky Mountain Yeti is hungry for your business and will beat any bona fide deal on any vehicle, or they'll give it to you as a gift. Now that's legendary. Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary warranty, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
Back here for the opening tip-off. North versus South. The North wearing the dark brown jerseys and gradient yellow to white lettering and numerals. And for the South in those yellow camo, those futuristic camo colors. Jake Hibbard joined alongside Ryan Steinecker for the tip-off of this contest, the final of the All-Star Weekend. And it goes the North's way. McAdam out on the right wing. Gets a screen out to Dahlberg. Looks around up to the top. Tristan Bauer of Sheridan goes to the right wing. Stutter step at the free throw line, thinks about a fadeaway, drives in, and the post move by McAdam. McAdam was a finalist for the Gatorade Player of the Year that eventually went to Eric Oliver, also at the south side, but was both wearing white headbands today, both him and Oliver, and both coming out of the gates guarding each other. Oliver has it, left side, drives in, below the hoop, tries to find a man down on the right side, and no good there. Looking for Danny Gosar out of Pinedale.
And you mentioned the headbands. So Charity Harmon of the girls team with the headband, she did the beatboxing. I wonder if either of those two guys do any beatboxing.
Not that I heard. I think Charity by far the most talented beatboxer in this all-star contest. South basketball, they're moving from right to left. At the top, it's Malm. Spins around just a step inside the free throw line. Goes a little long on the shot. Rebound chase down on the run by Tristan Bauer. Bauer on the left wing. Pulls back, wing 3, misses long. I'll tell you what, I always have a tough time ever since Bauer's junior year when he had a big mop on top when he cut his hair. I always had a tough time recognizing him. Stoger penetrates, floats through the air, headed to Western Wyoming Community College, but not quite yet. One more high school game and gets the first 2 of the game for the South squad. Out to the right side, it's Dahlberg. Up to the top, Bauer with it. Dahlberg and Teal, both of Buffalo, playing in today's game. Ball poked away by Bauer, or poked away by Malm. Bauer picks it back up. Free throw line, dish out left side. Aaron Teal steps in, 12-foot floater, rattles down.
Boy, not surprised to see that from Teal. He's a good athlete. He played in the Wyoming Shrine Bowl last month and did some good things from 3A Buffalo. Good athlete.
Ryan, you're a little bit to my right. Eric Oliver puts up a lefty shot. Are you keeping stats over there?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, I'll put it down.
Well, just numbers.
Just
scoring, yeah. Just. Oof.
Take a note as we have a missed wing 3 that Ryan's keeping stats, but only the numbers.
Only.
The emotional stats will go unmarked.
I'll leave that to somebody else.
Drive in, pretty little floater off the glass, and how about that? A fancy touch there. Tucker Norman out of Pine Bluff, 6'5", departing senior from a very good group of Pine Bluff's athletes. 4-4 on the board. Out to the right side, Teal steps back to the wing, picks up his dribble, gives it out to Bauer, out on the right wing again. Malm gets shake, out to the corner. A reach foul, or hand check out there, as Malm got left in the dust by a quick stutter step.
Yeah, that crossover by Tristan Bauer of Sheridan, that's tough to stay with. That was a great move.
Inbound from under the basket. Our first of the day. Let's us let you know that today's broadcast brought to you in part by Auto Farm Chevrolet. Service department at Auto Farm Chevrolet has new hours now open at 7:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday. And also inbounds, all brought to you by the Wyoming School Board Association. Ball taken away. Oliver gets it, and he blaze it in. A nice pass from Jordan Malm, a give and go, and then give it and go again. Hunter Rouse, drive in right side, floats with it. Actually, is that Ethan Price? No, Cade Ostison, excuse me. Getting all these new names, and that's Cade Ostison getting the bucket. Chase Stoger out to the left side, dishes back. Good three taken by Gosar, but it's a little bit long at times. Gosar maybe got a little bit shot happy, and it's an all-star game. Why not let them all fly? Foul in the air as McAdam flies, and Malm got a hold of him. You get 6 fouls in this contest, if I remember right. It's NBA rules.
Right.
10-minute quarters.
With the longer quarters, you get an extra foul to work with.
Davion McAdam out of Kelly Walsh winning Conference Player of the Year in the 4A West, and also coming away with a state championship in March at the Casper Event Center.
And you can see why, just if you look at his numbers, better than 21 points a game, almost 7 rebounds, plus 1.5 assists and a steal and half a block a game. I mean, he does it all.
And he was Eric Oliver on the south side, on the opposite with the headband. He was the Player of the Year for the East and State Player of the Year as well. Really only the player to best McAdams' numbers on the year. He had an insane shooting season. Look back to Stoger at the top, out to the left wing. Malm pulls it from deep. He's a lefty, misses off to the left. Rebound still in the air and thrown out off of Tucker Norman, trying to get it off the body of a North player, but he stepped out on the baseline first. Going back to Eric Oliver, he was shooting in the 60s from inside three-point range. He was shooting from the high 40s to almost 50s from the beyond the arc, and at the free throw line it was upper 80s.
Yeah, I did a double take when I saw his 2-point field goal percentage, 72% he finished the season.
Absolutely insane. He did not miss. Have a whistle blown. Sub coming in is Lane Mitchellson out of Farson-Eden. He's one of those 3 players for the South who's headed to Western Wyoming Community College. Also being joined into the game, Andrew Fornstrom out of Pine Bluffs, cousin to Hayes Fornstrom, two-sport athlete for the University of Wyoming in football and basketball. And we have Braxton Yeager. And so what better time to let you know today's broadcast brought to you in part by Yeager Auto Body. That's an employer of Braxton Yeager. Of course, when he's not playing basketball or racing cars.
Which maybe means he doesn't work a whole lot at Yeager's, but
Lane Mitchellson opens it up with an air ball, and it's rebounded out to Dahlberg. He travels with it, and he got fouled and bailed out. Yeager was just driving, I think it was to Tennessee, to go pick up a brand new stock car. He's a IMCA stock car modified driver out on the tracks. And loose ball in the air. Quando has it out to the left side, up and nearly in, but rattles back out by Ethan Price out of Rocky Mountain. Out to the right side, Bauer drains it. North side up 10-6 on the board. 3:17 left in the first quarter.
And that was just a matter of there was a few times the ball was loose there, and the South just couldn't quite grab it. It kept ping-ponging around a bit, and the North finally got it, and then Bauer found himself open for the three.
Eric Oliver with it. Goes away from a screen at the elbow. Looks outside, has his pocket picked. Price goes down to the ground, bounces it up ahead to Bauer. He'll pull up, straightaway three, misses long. Malm with it. Corrals it, let Dahlberg go by. Tice saying not quite yet. He pokes at it, nearly comes away with a steal. 10-second clock still working. 5:02 left. Excuse me, I had a bad camera there. Didn't quite reactivate there. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. 10-6 the score. And finally, Dahlberg comes away with a steal. And then is Mitchellson called for a foul, or is it going to go back to Dahlberg?
The official just said that somebody was held, grabbed a jersey. He saw a jersey.
Yeah, it's on Mitchellson. And really just looked like he got a tug on the shorts is all I saw.
Yeah.
We have a timeout taken. And we'll take it with them. 10-6, the North leads the South here on the final WCF All-Star Game of the Day, the boys' side. Back in 30 seconds. Exclusive coverage of the WCF All-Star Weekend is only on mylocalradio.com.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Back here at Casper College at the Swede Thunderbird Gymnasium, the South down to the North right now. The South and the girls' side absolutely dominated, coming away with, what was it, a 30-point win, Ryan?
Yeah, 67-38, so 29-point victory. The North and South have gone back and forth every other year, but last year the North dominated. This year it was all South. 4 different players scored in double figures.
4:50 left here in the first quarter. Tice Dahlberg will take the ball out. He's out of Buffalo and on his way to go play college football at Black Hills State University. Tristan Bauer across the timeline. Chase Stoger was at the score. Maybe he was just going out to get some water. Tristan Bauer to Trayton Paxton for a deep 3 on the wing. Gets fouled and headed to the free throw line. And all those free throws were brought to you by the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. Paxton right at the top of all classification Wyoming in scoring this season. Hitting the upper 20s. He was only bested at the 4A level by Elijah Leyva out of Cody.
And he's a great free throw shooter normally.
It's the first 2. Older brother, golfer for North Carolina State. Paxton was a 2-year all-conference quarterback for Riverton. And his junior year led the #1 offense in all of 3A football. Makes all 3 of those free throws. Oliver has it up top. Looks to Fornstrom. Yeager working into the blocks against Quando. Quick spin move. And Yeager, he'll be headed to the line. Braxton Yeager at 6'0". He was played post all year long for Lori Ivy, and for the last couple of years he's been that varsity post player. He certainly doesn't get there with his length. He gets there with his little herky-jerky movement. He has a little sidearm hook shot that he uses pretty effectively, and he was an effective scorer for that team that broke a 10-year streak, looking to get into the state tournament as they did after beating Evanston in the regional semifinals in late February.
I think the South is going to need some buckets from him down inside. They don't have a size advantage. The North certainly has the size advantage, I think, but if they can get some points from Yeager down inside, that'll help.
Braxton goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line, brought to you by Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. Loose ball down on the ground and running after it. No one quite gets to it. Hunter Rouse was trying to corral the ball down. Yeager's Auto Body in Green River is a proud sponsor of high school athletics in both Wyoming and Utah. And owner Justin Yeager sees the value that athletics add to the student experience and would like to wish all WCF All-Stars good luck in today's game. Inbound on the north side, working to the basket to the right. Little stutter step. Price dishes up top to Paxton, out to the left. Rouse, he'll hesitate, drive in, turn around, look, and there's a foul called. We got a tightly called all-star game at the moment.
Yeah, and the score you can indicated by, or the tightly called game indicated also by the score. A lot of times we see a higher score, things opening up, but not so far today.
At a pace of more than a foul per minute, and much like sugar-free ice cream, this is a tightly contested all-star game, or a tightly called all-star game, is something nobody ever wants. At the top, it's Ethan Price. Has the ball poked out of his hands. Still loose. And it is Price back with it on the right wing. Cody Thompson into the game for the north side. Pull up wing 3. No good by Paxton. Fornstrom on the run, far side. Pulls up. Stoger, wide open lane, goes for the dunk, and that's no good. Popped out.
He just at the last second, he realized he wasn't going to get there.
Kwando misses a 3. Yeager on the board, pokes it out of the hands of the South, and then the ball is knocked off last by Braxton Yeager.
I'm impressed looking at this North squad and the guys that, the free throw shooting and the three-point shooting. You got several guys near or in the 40s in three-point shooting. So you got some guys that really can shoot.
You don't really see anyone that doesn't shoot three-pointers anymore. Braxton Yeager's one of the few players. I don't think he's really going to try to step out. Paxton into the lane, finds Thompson. Underhand shot and lay. Derek Lineberger makes an immediate impact with the rejection. South ball. Trailing 13-7 to the North, 3:12 left in this first quarter. Right side shot taken off kilter by Gosar. Made it 13-10.
And he'll pull the trigger from out there. He shot just 32% from three-point range as a senior, though.
He's a volume shooter. I got to call a game of his at State, and he'll chuck it up, and when he gets hot, he's a streaky shooter, kind of like the Ladke kid, only shot in the low 30s last year, but when he was on, it was over.
And he's a guy who's been contributing for that Pinedale team for 3 or 4 years. I remember seeing him at the Flaming Gorge Classic several years ago contributing for his team.
Elbow shot, nothing but net on the north side for Hunter Rouse. Only kid who lists himself under 6 feet in the game. Puts himself at 5'10". 15-10 North up, and a foul on Gosar.
How many guys do you think really are under 6 feet? Is it just Rouse, or are there 4 or 5 others that are listed at 6 foot, but they're 5'11" or 5'11 and a half?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ethan Price was lobbying for 6'3" or 6'4", and Davion McAdams said, "You can put me at 6 foot, but you can only put him 1 inch above me. I don't care. I'll go an inch lower. I'll say I'm not 6'1", but he's not 6'4".
Boy, North getting a lot of second chance points and just hustle possessions.
McAdam loses his dribble on the free throw line. A high, awkward bounce pass, but stays in the North's possession. Ostison with it. Down to the blocks. Ostison out to Thompson on the wing. Pocket picked. South on the run here. And bucket down. That was a steal away by Tanner Muchmore. Multi-year starter for a Cheyenne East squad. Saw a lot of changes his senior season. Aaron Teal out to the right side and a hefty push after a missed 3, but nothing called there. Cade Ostison misses the 3 ball. Ooh. And a little bit too far for Gosar. Out of his reach and back to the North possession. 15-12, 3-point game. North on top with 1:23 left in the first quarter.
South hanging around. North just hasn't quite found its stroke yet from three-point range. Tristan Bauer had that one, but nobody else has hit a 3. They're probably around a 1 for 8 or 9 clip so far as a team.
Rouse inbounds, or takes the inbound from Ostison. Through the legs a couple of times on the left wing, out to the right side. Teal, he hesitates, drives in to the blocks. Underhand scoop attempt goes into the hands of Fornstrom for the South. Stoger taking it across, quickly moving to Gosar on the left wing. Into the paint.
Oof. Quick hands by Austinson to knock that one away. That's an easy 2 for the South if Austinson doesn't tip it out of bounds.
There's an inbound for the South. to Fornstrom. And Stoger. Back to Fornstrom. Skip right side. Lionberger, the tallest player in these games, gets it on the right block and finishes. Foul called on Cody Thompson. And Lionberger's back to the line for the South. It was brought to you by Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau.
A nice move by Lionberger. Reaches out, good hands to pull that pass in, and then knows he doesn't have the power to overpower the guy. Just a strong move, held onto the ball, hesitated enough to get that shot up and in.
Misses on the free throw, and it's North basketball. Ostison driving into the lane. Floater up and pops out. Lionberger on the rebound. And make sure to head out to Raspberry Days in Garden City, Utah for August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, where have that celebration of the harvest of the world-famous Bear Lake raspberries in the Ryan Steinekert $1 kissing booth.
I still haven't cleared that with my wife yet. We weren't supposed to mention it, Jake.
Oh, she's not listening.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
32 seconds left, 15-14 on the Impact. Whoa, that's my old sponsor. That's called muscle memory.
I did that earlier in the girls' game. It's okay.
Stacy's Repair.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, get a little read in there. Hey, they're sponsors for My Local Radio all year long. McAdam a little bit feisty after being called on the line there, out of bounds.
He thought he'd saved that in, and it would have been an easy layup for the North.
It's all right, though. Davion McAdam is a self-described and self-confessed knucklehead. That's what he told me in the pregame show. I asked him how it was being coached by Randy Roden, kind of universally known as the tough guy and the guy who gets the most out of his athletes around the state of Wyoming. He said, I was a knucklehead. I mean, I still am, but I used to be one, too.
Well, I mean, if he recognizes it, that's the first step toward, I don't know if he wants to fix it. But
he's a great kid.
Yeah.
He's absolutely great kid. Best of luck to him as he goes off to Gillette College. 15-14.
Boy, and you can just see the competitive fire in him. That's something that any coach would love to have or loves to have, is that competitiveness.
Absolutely. Malm has it out on the right corner. Going to work. To Fornstrom, swinging around left side. Deep three by Stoger, misses short. And a rebound for the North. Quickly changing fields. Ostison, like a jackrabbit out there.
Stoger, that's a shot you want him to take. He's a 40% three-point shooter this last season as a senior for Green River.
Inbound for Teal. To McAdam. Drives in, throws it up wildly. We're going to have 11 fouls in the first quarter. Let's go ahead and recognize the all-star officials today. How about that, Ryan? Frank Gonzalez Jr. out of Warland, Rich Sweeney out of Sheridan, and TJ Tavegi? Didn't get the pregame reads on the officials.
Yeah, I don't know. Tavigi.
Tavigi. Sounds good to me. At the buzzer, Cody Thompson hits a bucket to make it 17-14 at the end of one quarter. 31 points through the first 10 minutes. Second quarter coming up next on this exclusive coverage of the WCF All-Star Games live on MyLocalRadio.com.
Does your time at the dental office feel like this? Or like this? At Bear River Dental, we do everything we can to help your time at the dental office feel more like this. Call Bear River Dental today at 307-789-5608 to have a dental experience like this. That's Bear River Dental at 307-789-5608. We'll treat you well.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Wyoming School Board Association inbound begins the second quarter. 17 points for the North, 14 for the South, and it's South basketball. Up to the top, Jordan Malm looks out right side, and a ball knocked out of bounds intended for Tucker Norman, last touched apparently by Lane Mitchellson, because it's North basketball. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Jeff Piper and Farmers Insurance in Evanston. Whether it's home, life, auto, business, RV, side-by-side, or sled insurance, Jeff Piper in Evanston is your best bet to deliver the protection that you need. Give them a call at 307-789-5489. North basketball. Dahlberg out to the right side. Back up by Bauer. Ostison gets a screen to his right. Price rolls out, wanted it on the left wing. Out to the right corner instead. Bauer up top. Paxton drives in. Floater moving to his left. No good. And the rebound hauled in by Mitchellson. Malm up ahead. Bounce pass to Oliver off the glass. And welcome to the game, Eric Oliver.
Oh, a soft touch from Oliver. You can see why he shoots 72% from two-point range as a senior.
He'll be going on to play at Laramie County Community College, where his older brother Elijah played. Oof. Nice three, drained down. Cade Ostison with the bucket. And Eric Oliver, after this season, deep three by Malm misses. Eric Oliver became the all-time leading scorer for Cheyenne East boys basketball, breaking the held record by the current starting forward for the Miami Heat, James Johnson.
That's not bad company.
Price. Heave-ho pass back to Ostison. Same corner, different result. This one misses. Mitchellson comes down with the board. Taking it across himself, not quite 2 minutes in, and a 4-point lead for the North over the South in the second quarter. Close it in a little bit. Tucker Norman with the black headband. 6'5" out of Pine Bluffs, putting a two in from close range. Ostison looks to Paxton. No good. Instead has to go to Bauer. Bauer drives left at the free throw line. Step back, head fake. Out to Dahlberg. Up and under shot, misses a little long. Gets his own rebound though. Tries it around a triple team of defenders that all missed on the rebound, and the putback is good.
Boy, a lot of hang time just to get that first shot off, and then awareness to put it right back up and in.
On the right side, it's Norman using the glass. A lot of glass work so far. Like to see that. Go down to the blocks. This doesn't seem like a modern all-star game so far. There's a lot of inside. There's got your fair amount of threes. No dunk attempts yet. Well, I guess you had the one by Stoger. I forgot about that one. I think Chase would like to forget about that one,
I think so, too. And he might argue that he wasn't actually attempting the dunk at the last second.
Ethan Price gets a bucket. 24-20. North over the South. South basketball. Mitchellson is fouled up in the – no, not in the air, on the ground, rather. There are 8 team fouls for the South. This is foul number 5 for the North. We have 27 minutes of basketball time left. I don't know if we have enough fouls. You do get 6.
The scoring is picked up, or else, earlier we could have said there were more fouls than points. But
Oliver inbounds to Malm, who misses a 3. Norman gets the rebound, passes to Mitchellson, and it goes off his foot and out of bounds back to the North. North wearing those dark brown jerseys and gold jerseys for the South. It's all University of Wyoming colors. Here at the WCF All-Star Games, 24-20, the North over the South. Price takes a little screen to the left by Bauer and puts up the pretty left-handed layup. 6-point advantage for the North. Head coaches for these games, Alan Von Eye for the North, and for the South, Lori Ivy. Up and under for Lane Mitchellson. He gets rejected. Bauer working it at 3/4 speed, drives into the lane, pulls up from the elbow and rattles it down.
Going back to that move by Mitchellson, he plays for Farson, or played for Farson Eden, and at 1A he probably doesn't get that kind of shot contested a whole lot, but that's a little different here against the big boys.
What are you saying about 1A?
I'm just saying there's not as much height.
So no harm, no foul.
Right. I hope. That's what I'm not trying to cause harm or foul.
Well, you cover 1A.
That's
so
right. There's just not as much play at the rim generally in 1A. There's a lot more, mid-range and outside jumpers, and not as much play at the rim.
Eric Oliver inbounding from under the hoop. Those inbounds brought to you by Wyoming School Board Association. Out to the left wing, Norman. That's illegal, but they let it go. That was a jump stop plus 2 steps.
Maybe a foul before that second step?
Maybe. That might be it. That might have gotten him a bailout.
Well, the South was within 2 points, 22-20, but a 6-0 North run Norman ends that 6-0 run, but still a lead for the North.
Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau bringing you free throws. Tucker Norman at the line, and at 6'4", he's the big guy down there for the South right now as he makes a couple of shots. He passed up a promising soccer career, believe it or not. Look at a guy that size. He was quite a soccer player. Goes to Pine Bluffs, which does not have a soccer program, but he could have played for a Cheyenne school. But he was a freshman on a Pine Bluffs basketball team that was at a state championship, and the players all wanted him to stick around and go run track and field instead, and he said, all right, if we win the state title game, I'll give up soccer and become a track athlete. Truth be told, he was already thinking about giving up his soccer career, but as the story goes, they won state, and so here he is.
And McAdam is so quick, tough to stay in front of.
29-22 the North over the South. Norman ended up being a state champion in the discus for his junior and senior year, by the way. And you look at that frame, you can see why. 7-point lead for the North. Back to Norman in the post. A big step down and drop it in.
Boy, that's fundamental, big drop step. That's some good coaching and then execution by that player.
Dahlberg up top. Finds Rouse and heading the other way. Timeout by the North. North basketball when we return. 29 for the North, 24 for the South. 5:35 left in the second period on this exclusive coverage of the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Stars on mylocalradio.com.
At beautiful Bear Lake, skiing, snowmobiling, sailing, and swimming are just some of the fun activities offered to recreationists. The Greater Bear Lake Valley offers prime hunting and fishing areas, whether it's trout fishing in the streams or ice fishing for Cisco on the lake, hunting deer or seeking elk along the high mountain ridges. The scenic corner of Utah and Idaho offers outdoor recreation and historical interests away from crowds and high prices. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Yeager Auto Body in Green River. And on this day, Ryan, 50 years ago, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong first walked on the moon on Apollo 11. You know that, Ryan?
I've been hearing things about that.
It was 50 years ago today. And when you're looking for over-the-moon car service, you go to Yeager's Automotive.
Wow.
Yeager Auto Body in Green River. Call them at 307-875-2448. I can't take credit for that one. Kate thought of that one yesterday, and I put it in.
To plug it in.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a good one.
Over the moon. Wow.
Yeah.
That's one small step for man and one giant step for auto body care.
Exactly. Oh, next level. You know, luckily Apollo 11 didn't go over the moon. They just landed on the moon. It might have been a problem otherwise.
It would have been, yeah.
Back to action here. Straight away, McAdam drives in. Big step and a jump stop, but three South members stole him away. Now Bauer steals it back, and he gets around Tucker Norman for the two. Do we have a technical foul? Or do we just have a stop, a whistle? What's going on?
I don't know what
I
happened,
thought
but
the clap might be a technical, and I'm like, you can't have a technical in an all-star game.
that steal by Tristan Bauer, man, he went up high and just ripped that thing down with both hands. That was impressive.
Oliver. He's been working on going right, and you saw how quick his move to the right was there. He is a natural lefty. He's been heavy to the left, and he's been so good at it. He hasn't really had to, but had to work on it too much. But one of his biggest goals, as we'll hear from him at the halftime report in college, is to become a little stronger going to the right. And I think that was a good first step there.
Yeah, that was a very quick first step. He got right around his defender, and that's what drew the foul, is the defender trying to wrap around from behind and knock the ball away. Oliver, an 85% free throw shooter his senior year at Cheyenne East.
And a great pair of basketball shoes. As you saw earlier on the rosters, he's wearing the same pair today, those yellow and orange things. I don't have the confidence to put those on.
No. You go more the simple black and bright yellow, right?
Absolutely. A couple of makes for Oliver, and it's a 5-point differential. North still on top of the South, 31-26. Rouse behind the back to Dahlberg. Swings around left side. Bauer, never a stranger to the deep three, and he drains it.
He hit 35% from deep as a senior for Sheridan. And
he hit about 35 threes against Evanston earlier this year.
When you average 20 points a game, you're going to get them somewhere.
And we have a foul. And it's sending them to the line. You know, that's really why you play an all-star game, is to see who's the best at the pop shot.
That's what you want to see.
You want to see a lot of free throws, a lot of stoppages and plays. You know,
guys standing around, not displaying athleticism.
Absolutely not. Yeah. No, nothing like that. It's all about the pop shot. 34-26 as Oliver misses that free throw, brought to you by Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. Players down to the ground and a jump ball called.
Quando Thompson.
Antonio Quando into the game. Got Ethan Price and one more I'm missing. Aaron Teal's in. And is that Cody Thompson?
Cody Thompson,
Cody Thompson into the game for the North. Braxton Yeager for the South. Eric Oliver, Derek Lineberger, Andrew Fornstrom, and Danny Gosar. Spin around and, whoa, that was a nice move by Teal. Dish out to Quando. And when, oh, when were we going to be able to say Quando's name? And the answer is right now.
Ahora.
Try to respond back with a three, ball by Fornstrom, no good. Teal on the run. Out left side, three ball, Rouse off the handle. Antonio Quando, a state champion for Lander under Stu Mullins. Also won a state championship. Mullins did a couple years ago as the head coach of Riverton, team that lost just one game that year. Teal looks back, finds Thompson. Bounce pass right into the hands of Danny Gosar. Lineberger, flip back, off the glass and good.
Good use of the glass there. You get a little worried about a soft floater from that spot, but use the glass, he's right in.
Price working to his left against Oliver. And Fornstrom came into double team. Took the ball away, throws a behind the back pass just into the hands of Danny out to the left side. Oliver misses from three. Price with the rebound for the North. 3:19 left as a whistle's blown. What do you think it's about?
I think
mistied shoe?
Yeah, mistied shoe.
That's why you use Velcro at the next level.
Velcro those shoes at the next level?
Yeah. That's what the astronauts use.
I've never been to that level, so I don't, I don't know about the Velcro.
Never been outside of the atmosphere.
Right.
9-point advantage for the North. 3:16 left in the second period. Again, 10-minute quarters in this all-star game. Quando on the left wing. Takes a screen to the right. Price looks down low. Thompson gets a step on Lineberger and shoots over the 6'7" post out of Rock Springs. In transition, Stoger backs up. Opts not to shoot on the corner. Instead looks down to his teammate, Braxton Yeager. Spin around, and there's the moves that made Braxton Yeager so good at the 4A level.
Boy, spin to his left. Looks like his offhand, but real soft touch.
That's the thing about Braxton Yeager. Both hands are his on hands.
Quando made a great pass earlier, and then a funny decision right there.
Timeout taken. 2:38 left. 39-30. The North leads the South on this exclusive coverage of the Wyoming Coaches Foundation Boys Basketball All-Star Game on mylocalradio.com. Actually, no, we're not. I thought we had a whistle, but we'll keep it right here. Thank you.
Guys were looking like there was a timeout, but
they just want a timeout.
Little breather.
Lineberger gives the Wyoming School Board Association inbound to Danny Gosar. Three ball by Danny, no bueno. And, whoa, Lineberger had some butter on his hands. Gives it off to Ostison in transition. Double-digit lead, 41-30 for the North over the South. Quick move by Stoger. Looks to his left, looks to his right. Off to Yeager. Hands off to Danny. Step back at the free throw line. Gosar is good. Down to 2 minutes left. Stop, head fake by Thompson. Walked with it. 1:57 left. South trying to climb back into it.
Yeah, critical minute 57 here for the South. If they can get this thing back to within 5-6 points, keep it close for the second half.
I'm not sure when the wheels fell off, but you'd like to avoid the fate of last year's South team on the boys' side. Because at some point that game got out of hand, and what was it, a 30-point, almost a mercy rule blowout it seemed like.
Yeah, the South kind of pulled back in and ended up being a 24-point, 98-74 win for the North. But it wasn't that close.
Nothing like our double overtime of a couple of years ago.
All right.
Yeah.
It's been
quite nearly double overtime, I think. I think it just missed double overtime. Maybe it was that. That's been interesting, like you were saying, Ryan.
Well, then the girls, like last year, the North completely dominated. The year before that, the North was up big. The South won. The first year we did it, Jake, the North was up big in the first half in the girls' game, and then the South roared back and made it close. But we've had some lopsided games, some close ones.
Straightaway three by Price. Rolls in and out. Jaeger on the rebound. South basketball moving from their right to the left. Finds Lineberger under the hoop. Lets everyone go by him, and he got a knee in the back. Tice Dahlberg didn't mean to do that. It sends Lineberger to that Bear Lake and Convention Visitors Bureau free throw line.
Well, the South maybe taking advantage right now of the fact that they're getting a lot of whistles. They're getting to the free throw line a lot, and if they can continue to hit this next 90 seconds, they continue to climb back in.
Go ahead and visit bearlake.org for more information about Raspberry Days coming up on August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and as well as all the other summer fun you can have at Bear Lake. August 1st, 2nd, 3rd, that's got to be what, like 11 days away? That's right around the corner.
Coming up quick. Lineberger, just a 58% free throw shooter as a senior, and you see it, he's 0 for 3 in this game.
He gets the rebound, though, does the South, and Jaeger finds Lineberger, a couple of Sweetwater County mates, crosstown rivals.
And boy, Jaeger doing it all. He's finishing, he's got the assist, the passing.
41-35 and a timeout taken by the North. Still up by 6 points with 1:17 left in the first half. This is My Local Radio's coverage of the 2019 Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Games.
If you've been thinking about working out but don't know where to start, or have been working out but not seeing the results you wanted, come into Flex Fitness and we will help you find the right program to achieve your fitness goal. A Flex Fitness membership includes a new member orientation that will help you discover your workout personality type so you can achieve your best results. When you know your workout personality type, you'll have quicker recovery times, less injuries, and really start to enjoy your workouts. Flex Fitness, 100 Yellow Creek Road, next to Smith's in Evanston.
Welcome back to Casper College. Final game of the trio that we had. It's been a fun week. North versus South all week long coming together. 41-35. North on top of the South in the last 70 seconds of the first half. Quando takes a Wyoming School Board Association inbound. Bounce pass downside to the corner. Quando wants an open three, and there it is again, his second tray of the day. And Quando puts the lead up to 9 for the North.
He shot almost 40% from three-point range as a senior.
Stoger wants to close it, misses short though. Rebound tipped up and back into the hands of Stoger. Out to Oliver, open on the corner. Paxton closes, and it's 3 free throws upcoming for Eric Oliver.
Well, that first quarter, just 31 points scored total, 17-14 the North led. Things have opened up here in the second, Jake.
Yeah, we may be looking at a 80, 90-point game again at this pace. We did get 100 one of those games, didn't we? Or did we get to 98?
98.
98,
yeah,
we were just short.
Yeah, in fact, I wrote down scores from the last few years that we've covered it, and last year the North got to 98. The year before that, the South won 95-90.
Yeah. That North to 98, they really probably could have got to 100.
I think they took their foot off the gas.
Oliver working to close the gap with these Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau free throws. Down to 8, has one more upcoming. Takes his time, flick of the left wrist, and it's dropped down. 44-37 on the board. Ostison, quick moving guard, out to Quando. And never seen a shot he didn't like. Rim didn't like the ball on that one, though. 35 seconds left. Stoger, stutter steps to his left to the free throw line, finds Jaeger up top. Free throw line shot faked by Norman, out right side to Danny Gosar, and it's missed. Rebound to the north. It's Tristan Bauer out to Dahlberg. He sees a lane. Finger roll drops right in. 9-point advantage for the north. 10 seconds left. Out on the right side is Gosar. Gets a double screen, hands off left side to Oliver, down to 4 seconds left. He drives in, spins away, 5 feet out, fading off to his right, and it's down 46-39 at the end of the first half. And the South still trying to climb back, but hanging on. They got down by double digits briefly to the north, but trail by 7 with the halftime coming up. We will be back with your Come On In halftime report next on this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive of the WCF All-Star Games.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper. When you run a farm or ranch, you understand how important water is when it comes to your animals. Not only does it matter for the overall health of your animals, but it directly ties to your bottom line. Ellingford Brothers sells cement water troughs and custom-built critter ladders, culverts, head gates, and septic tanks. See how Ellingford Brothers can help you with water options for your farm or ranch. Call today, 307-789-1515. That's 789-1515.
46-39 on the board. The North team is on top of the South and trying to make it a couple years in a row. 9 minutes before the start of the third quarter. Ryan, do you have first half stats for us?
I've got the South added up,
There you
and
go.
leading the way, 2 players in double figures, Tucker Norman and Eric Oliver, 10 points apiece. Derek Lionberger had 6 off the bench. Braxton Yeager with 3. Chase Stoger had 3 as well. Danny Gosar with 5, and Andrew Fornstrom with 2. For the North, I can just run through this real quick. 4 points for Ethan Price, 2 for Aaron Teal. Let's see, 2 for 10 for Tristan Bauer of Sheridan. 7 points for Kate Austinson in that first half. 4 for McAdam. Only 4 for McAdam, is that right?
That sounds about right. He kind of had a quiet. He got a trip to the free throw line. I think he made those. And does he have any points?
He had that 1 field goal in the first. It struggled from the free throw line, though. I had him just 2 of 6 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
Trayton Paxton, 3 free throws, so he's got 3 points. Tice Dahlberg with 4. Cody Thompson, 4 as well. Antonio Quando, those 2 triples in the second. He's got 6. And Hunter Rouse with 2.
All right. Those are your first half stats. And come on in. Our halftime report there by Ryan Steinekert. We'd like to appreciate and thank all of our sponsors for these all-star games, including Auto Farm Chevrolet, where the service department at Auto Farm Chevrolet has just gotten new hours, now open at 7:30 a.m. Monday through Saturday. There for all of your automobile repair needs. Choose Auto Farm Chevrolet, your community-driven dealer, 624 Front Street in Evanston. Also, thank our sponsors, of course, Come On In, giving us pregame shows, a couple of sets in volleyball, and the halftime reports. Jeff Piper and Farmers Insurance of Evanston, a multi-year sponsor of the All-Star Game and a longtime sponsor of MyLocalRadio.com. Cache Valley Visitors Bureau, as well as the Wyoming School Board Association, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Yeager's Auto Body in Green River. We will take a break now and come back with Eric Oliver of Cheyenne East, formerly headed to Laramie County Community College for basketball. This is MyLocalRadio.com's exclusive coverage of the WCF All-Star Weekend.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
I've got Eric Oliver with me. This week you're a member of the Wyoming South team, formerly of Cheyenne East, and future
on to Laramie Community College. Let's start right there. Where are you headed as one of our sponsored segments throughout this All-Star game? How did you come to ending up staying at home by going to Laramie Community College to go play basketball?
There was just like the first person, the first people to like just recruit me really hard. And they stuck with it. They didn't, switch up on me. I had a few schools tell me, they wanted me, and then, they didn't stay consistent. So I thought the biggest thing with LCCC was them being consistent and, just telling me, where I'm going to fit in, and their game style fits my game style perfectly. So that's how I ended up making that decision.
Where Are You Headed is brought to you by the Cache Valley Visitors Bureau. Cache Valley is the gateway to Bear Lake, a spacious water sports summer paradise. In addition, 4 reservoirs are located in Cache Valley, including Hiram Dam, a popular spot for water skiing, fishing, and boating. Moving on, Eric, basketball, it seems like that's really kind of been a family thing. You and your brother got to play some varsity basketball your freshman year, his senior year, got to play a little bit together. He went to play at Laramie Community College. You went to play. Was he in your ear at all talking about what he liked about the program that led to you deciding to go there?
Most definitely. He just told me that, the coaches, they're just, they really care about you, and they're going to really get on you, and they really want to get you to, Division I, which is my goal. So he kind of, spoke a lot of, stuff to me, and I listened very well. And, I'm just taking everything I can from him to, into the LCCC because, he had a great career there. So kind of just learning from him and, just going from there.
I read that you've been working to add more dimension to your game, and in particular try to be less predictable as a guy that goes left a lot. What have you done to try and work with that?
I think it's more of just a mindset and just in the gym every day pretty much, in the weight room, just like I said, the mindset of just, going hard and believing you can finish with your right hand, not always, going with your left hand. And then, like I said, the weight room is just a big part of that, getting that balance and stuff that I'm not used to going to my right. So just kind of the weight room, staying in the gym, just being consistent. You don't want to have off days. You don't want to go hard for a week and then take a couple days off the next week. You just got to stay consistent with it.
I know you don't want to be a one-dimensional guy that goes left, but of course you're very good at going left, and it seems like there's been some guys, Manu Ginobili in particular, who have made a career of always going left. As a lefty, do you think you've held some advantage throughout your basketball life because you're just a little bit funky and people kind of subconsciously don't realize that you keep going that same way?
Yeah, and, I watch a lot of lefties like, Mike Conley, now on the Utah Jazz. I watch him a lot. Then obviously James Harden, I watch him. So just see how they do things. People say force them right, but, the real truth is I can dribble with the right hand and I can get, I use my right hand to get back to my left hand. So I think that's the biggest thing. So when you force me right, I'll find a way to get back to my left. But like I said, I'm working on getting, that right hand down and stay consistent.
You were able to set the Cheyenne East scoring record for most career points, and you broke James Johnson's record, forward for the Miami Heat. And then I heard that you had a run-in with him. He actually caught up with you and got on you for breaking his record. How was that?
Oh, it was cool. It was at a 3-on-3 event in Cheyenne. He came through. He kind of sponsored the whole thing. And, he just – first thing he said when he walked through the door was, where's the Oliver boy at? And, I've known him before that. So we've talked before. And he came up to me and he's like, yeah, I want to play your team, blah, blah, blah. We never got to play him. But, we just talked a bunch of crap to each other, stuff like that. And, it was cool. But, he set the way for us to do that. And, he's a big part of what East does and stuff like that. So just appreciate him and everything he does.
What's it mean to play in this All-Star game for you?
Oh, man, a lot. Like, my brother, he didn't get the chance to play with it his senior year because we were traveling. So I'm kind of just taking everything in and kind of just doing what he missed. But, just to team up with or to play with the top 20 guys, I think 20 guys are here. So top 20 guys in the state, and just being known as one of those guys. And, we all like each other. We all get along. So, it's kind of fun to do that. And just can't wait to go out there and compete against them Saturday for my last high school game.
It's Eric Oliver of the South team, formerly of Cheyenne East, on his way to Laramie County Community College for basketball and hopefully beyond that. Good luck, Eric, and have fun this week.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It was a fun day. It was a fun week, I should say, but it was a fun day on Wednesday. I got here about the time the teams did. I sat down right where I'm sitting right now. I set up the soundboard.
Yeah.
I started calling those kids down, and had 11 interviews on Wednesday, just one after another after another after another.
And I think 15, 16 kids or something that we were able to talk to this year for the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Games. Had a couple in groups, but a fun day to get to see them all here. And some of them, like Eric Oliver, it was just, well, he's right there right now. He's not going anywhere. Hey, Eric, come on up.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's got a cool story of that. You know, you heard that has run-ins with an NBA starter who he broke the record from. I have no idea, and we'll never know what that's like.
Right.
To have broken a former NBA, current NBA player's basketball record.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I could beat one at trivia, but when it comes to basketball, that's an entirely different horse of a different color.
And that's one of the coolest things about being involved a little bit with these All-Star weekends. Like we broadcast the Shrine Bowl, these All-Star games is getting to know these kids a little bit and seeing what makes them tick a little and getting to talk with them, find out future plans and seeing their personalities a little bit. All that kind of stuff is just so much fun.
Absolutely. The South team is right back out onto the court. They don't need badges. They don't need no stinking badges.
No way.
Eric Oliver, Tucker Norman, Jordan Malm, Danny Gosar, and Chase Stoger out on the court. For the North, let's see, we got Kate Ostison, Aaron Teal, Davion McAdam, Tristan Bauer, and Tice Dahlberg. So same starters all the way around for this second half. Coach Lori Ivy, I can't say, I don't know for sure. I would imagine she's the first female boys basketball all-star coach in these games, but she's really turned that Green River program around. And in 4 years gone from they were just trying to get they were quite frankly trying to get the easiest schedule possible to find a win. They were in the regional championship match against Kelly Walsh and Davion McAdams' team this season.
It's an impressive turnaround, and you can see her passion as she paces the sidelines. It's fun to watch her.
She wants to win this game. I saw her son Kyle, I think, made a trip back. He's out to South Dakota School of Mines. She just sent him off to go be a fullback for that school. Not in these games, of course, but just out playing. A former great fullback for the Green River Wolves. Fade away at the free throw line. Gosar misses. Rebound by Tristan Bauer and reset things here. The North in the dark brown jerseys and the South in the yellow. Up top, Bauer. He can get hot from three. Has one rattle out. Hit a couple in the first half. Rebound into the hands of Tucker Norman.
Stoger sliced in, read that rebound well, and just tipped it away from the North to Norman.
Malm hands back to Gosar. Stoger on the left wing looking into the post, then up top. Gosar uses his long arms to try to go up for a dunk, but Tice Dahlberg says nay, nay.
But Gosar earns the foul. There's our second dunk attempt of the game, and 0 for 2 so far. But
0 for 2. Tice Dahlberg is a pretty good dunker himself. I think he took the cake in those end of practice. Let's have everyone go through the line practices throughout the week.
In that first half, we saw the South get to the free throw line a lot in the second quarter, but they made just 7 of 12. If you think about making 8, 9, or 10 out of 12, it would have been a bit closer of a game, but they're still in it.
Free throws brought to you by Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, and Danny Gosar at the line. Makes it. He goes 2 for 2, 46-41. And Danny is headed off to the University of Wyoming. He's going to try to walk onto the basketball team, he said. Back up, Ostison at the free throw line gets a lot of contact, and he'll head right back to the stripe after a foul by Malm.
And Malm shaking his head, but you could see the contact. There was enough there, I thought, for the foul. Clear, easy call.
It took 1:05 to get the first foul in the second half, and then 12 seconds after that, we get number 2. Had to make up for the fact they didn't get a foul in the first minute.
Right. Got to get 2 in quick.
Ostison misses.
The North just 5 of 10 from the free throw line after that miss, 50%.
Ostison taking his time.
He was a 76% free throw shooter as a senior at Newcastle.
And makes it. 47-41. Malm on the right wing. Looks down to the post. No good. Taken away. McAdam on the run. Goes past Norman. Scoop shot.
That was impressive touch by McAdam. I mean, he was going full steam and even went a little bit faster to get past the defense and had the touch to make that.
Step back three, Drano by Eric Oliver. Baseball pass up ahead, looking for McAdam from Bauer. Throws back to Tristan, fakes at the wing, drives in, goes up over Norman, but misses hard off the glass. Rebound by the South, Malm on the right side. Spins around in the blocks, left-handed push shot. Drops it down, and we got a game. The South has just taken the lead 50-49. Trying to take it back. McAdam misses from three on the wing. Rebound by Malm. McAdam would have never taken that shot 2 years ago, but he's worked a lot on his three ball. Oliver in transition. Fired up, and the South is on top. 52-49 the score. And a timeout forced by Coach Von Eye in the North. Excuse me, did we just have a bad scoreboard?
I think I've got 49-46, the North still on top.
All right. That's what I looked up.
We'll
I'm like,
have to
who's been scoring all those points?
Yeah.
But we'll see. Timeout taken. We're back at 30 on this MyLocalRadio.com coverage of the WCF All-Stars.
If you've been thinking about working out but don't know where to start, or have been working out but not seeing the results you wanted, come into Flex Fitness and we will help you find the right program to achieve your fitness goal. A Flex Fitness membership includes a new member orientation that will help you discover your workout personality type so you can achieve your best results. When you know your workout personality type, you'll have quicker recovery times, less injuries, and really start to enjoy your workouts. Flex Fitness, 100 Yellow Creek Road, next to Smith's in Evanston.
Well, we are at 49s and back-to-back threes by Eric Oliver. His brother was a pretty good player who, as a senior, had the opportunity, Eric and Elijah, to go out and play varsity basketball. That was in the 2015-16 season where they both started on the Cheyenne East team. Cheyenne East, no stranger to giving freshmen a look at the varsity level. They had a couple of twins 2 years ago who started as freshmen, or at least came off the bench in heavy minutes. Out to the right side, Aaron Teal to the corner. Bauer back up top, swing around left side. McAdam wants a three. There it is. Davion McAdam went from a sub 20% free throw shooter to pretty respectable his senior year. He doesn't take a lot, but he had to get that shot better as Oliver wants another one, misses off the handle. Stoger comes away with the rebound. In the blocks, turnaround hook shot, partially blocked. Bauer up ahead, McAdam in the lane. Lets the defense go by and drops it down. South is down. They just gave the points to the North on that. That's because he's on the North. 54-49. 5-0 run out of the timeout. Still in the first half sort of things and which way teams are going. Turnover as Bauer gets overthrown.
No, that was a quick 5 points from McAdam. A tie game, and suddenly North is up by 5.
He had to get better at the three-point shot because, as you can see, he's not like a jump-out-of-this gym athlete, but he's a great finisher inside, and he's had his struggles at the free throw line, but he got a lot of free throw attempts. But if he didn't have a three, everyone just held back on him and let him drive and forced him to shoot that ball. Oliver laid a board on the shot. Thinks about this one. Drives in, double clutch with the left hand. It's in.
Wow, hanging in the air and putting it up soft.
54-51. Big rejection by Stoger against Tristan Bauer, and then Bauer rips it out of the hands of Oliver and gets a little body involved as well.
Two North guys saying, was that me? And one of you knocked Oliver to the ground.
I thought that was Bauer, but they give it to Dahlberg.
Huh.
Oh, I thought they were listing the guys they were calling fouls on. They're talking about people who are substituting in.
Substitutes.
Quando back into the game for the North side. He had a big three. Back in the first half, Trayton Paxton in, Ethan Price. Malm taking it across and over to Gosar. Behind the free throw line, Oliver hands off to Braxton Yeager back into the game. Right wing driving into the blocks, and then back to Oliver. Gosar screens for Oliver. He picks up his dribble out to Gosar. And a walk or stepped out of bounds on the sideline.
I didn't ever see an indication of a walk, so it must have stepped on the sideline.
Wyoming School Board Association inbound. And Jordan Malm out of the game, replaced by Andrew Fornstrom for the South. It was tied briefly, and then 5 quick points by Davion McAdam. Made it 54-49. South currently down by 3 points. Ethan Price takes a 3 and make it 6, double that lead up. Fornstrom up that left sideline, back to Stoger. Out to the corner, he terminates. Fornstrom. Head fakes to Stoger, deep 3. Nuh-uh. And a rebound by Quando. Quando flips out to the left side. Trayton Paxton with the tray, airballs it.
One of the differences right now, like we saw that 3 by Ethan Price. He had the time. He knew he was going to shoot that as a quick, smart, controlled release, whereas the South, a lot of their threes are hurried because of that pressure defense from the North, and maybe a little bit less ball movement, maybe not quite the chemistry kind of a thing. I'm not sure.
Bounce pass, entry into the zone. Fade away, Oliver, a little bit short. Quando is another board, then it goes off someone's foot. Ruled off maybe his own, or perhaps Price in the area, and as Bauer as well. Someone had it go off their shoe. Lane Mitchellson checks in for the South, and Tanner Muchmore in as well.
Mitchellson, a kid that he scored 22 points a game for Farson Eden as a senior, has not scored yet today.
Yeager takes the inbound pass, is fouled, and headed to that Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau free throw line. Gives us a moment to recognize Yeager Auto Body in Green River as we have that inbound from Fornstrom. Bounce pass to Mitchellson out beyond the three-point line on the right corner. Handoff going opposite way. Stoger behind the back dribble. Up top, Fornstrom wide open for straightaway 3, misses off the back handle. Quando, a rebounding machine at the moment for the North. 5 minutes left and a 6-point lead for the North, 57-51. Spin around, Dahlberg sees out of it. Out to Price for another 3. Yep.
Man, Ethan Price from Rocky Mountain getting hot.
One of those guys you don't get to see too often, at least I don't, because Evanston never played Rocky Mountain. Missed by Stoger, and then a rebound by Mitchellson. Perhaps an over-the-back call at some point. Ethan Price, 15 points per game and shot just 32% from three-point, which anymore is sort of pedestrian,
right?
Even at the high school level, but also 5.5 rebounds. Finished third, his team, Rocky Mountain team, did this year at the state tournament.
He's got 10 in this game, including those couple of threes here in the third.
Bear Lake Convention Visitors Bureau free throw.
Mentioned Mitchellson's 22 points a game. He was a 69% free throw shooter. He also had almost 11 rebounds a game for Farson Eden this past season.
You got to do a lot when you're from Farson Eden. Also a standout member of that old 6-man football team. Believe he played in the shootout not that long ago either.
Really?
Yeah, take a look back on that. At the line, he makes it, and it's a 7-point game. Yeah, he actually threw the game-winning Hail Mary pass at the end of the Wyoming-Nebraska shootout to win the game.
Wow.
So there you go. He's a quarterback. 6-man quarterback. Quando likes the corner 3, and Quando gets the corner 3.
That's his third triple of the game for Quando.
You know what he says? What was that? I'm trying to think of that old Major League. The hat makes the bat warm. Quando's heating up here. Lane Mitchellson runs right over Ethan Price, but a block foul called. Nope, never mind. It was a charge. I thought that was definitely a charge the whole way.
Good defense by Price. He saw where he thought Mitchellson was going. He got there first and just held strong.
10-point game again. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Still says second quarter on the board. Maybe that's second half.
Second half?
Yeah, we're just playing halves now. Third half coming up shortly.
That's what they do in college men's ball, right?
It is.
2 halves.
It is. Of 20 minutes, and we're playing 4 quarters of 10 minutes. So, But, in college, they only get 5 fouls.
Right. That's a good point.
I don't know if it's a good point. It's just more of an
it's
observation.
An observation. It's a true observation.
Don't give me credit for points that I don't make.
Okay.
McAdam working to his right, 2 big steps, and hard off the glass, no bueno. Rebounded by Thompson, worked through a little bit of a back slap by Mitchellson, and a putback. McAdam flexes and heads to the line. Good third period by Davion McAdam. You were wondering where he was in the first half, Ryan.
Yeah, he's got 9 points. A chance to make it 10 would put him at 14 if he hits this free throw. The rest of his team has 10 points total in this quarter.
Yeah. But they're up by 12, so he's doing all he needs to.
Well, in the South, each time they get close, they tied it at 49. The North pulls away. Earlier in the game, they got to within 2. The North pulled away.
I think it's the USA Today does their own All-Americans teams for all of the 50 states. They do a first team, and 4 of those guys are in this game today. The only one not in the game out of Campbell County, Trace Olson. The other guys, Eric Oliver, Tristan Bauer, Davion McAdam, and Chase Stoger. Saw Trace Olson play a little bit this year and last year, and put those 5 together. That's a pretty good all-star team, too.
Pretty good group.
331 with a 13-point advantage north side. Running away, you need a little bit of hot shooting, maybe out of Eric Oliver or Danny Gosar, and he'll take a free throw line extended 3, and just on cue, 3 points closer.
Gosar with 10 points after that triple. But the South needs some defensive stops and then a lot more on offense.
Hunter Rouse delivers down low to Cody Thompson. Andrew Fornstrom, no-look belly slide pass. Down low, a miss, though.
And a lucky break for the South as that went off of Thompson's knee. Lionberger provided a spark in the second quarter, had 4 points. I mean, it wasn't a big spark, but it was enough to help the South get closer back into it. We'll see if he can provide that spark again here in the third.
Much more takes the Wyoming School Board Association inbound, uses the glass, but rattles around on the rim a few times, no good. Gosar, wide open again. Try it again. It's same result.
Ooh.
6 straight points for Danny Gosar.
That's his 3rd triple of the ball game, and boy, he looked comfortable letting that shot go.
Gets a steal thanks to a block by Eric Oliver. 2-on-1, Malm on the left side, and then 8 points in a row for the South.
That's Malm's first bucket of the game, and a big one there brings the South within 5.
Yeah, a couple of Torrington athletes. Jordan Malm, 6 foot, departing athlete, and he's headed off to Casper College. He'll be playing here.
An 8-0 run for the South.
Bounce pass from Hunter Rouse. He's headed to Casper College as well to go get into construction tech. Penetration left over Lionberger and Davion with the and one over the 6'7" post from Rock Springs.
Malm picks up his 4th foul.
2 more points for Davion McAdam.
And a second chance in the quarter for a 3-point play.
And he has a 3-pointer as well.
That's right. He's had a monster third quarter.
Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau free throw in by Davion McAdam, and it's back to an 8-point lead. South basketball. Gosar, handoff. Oliver backs up at the 10-foot volleyball line. Takes a screen and roll down to Lionberger. Lionberger gets held up a little bit, but is able to work through it. And delivers down low, 69-63 with 1:45 left in the third.
And a good pass. Lionberger just kept that thing high, out of reach of anybody else.
Double clutch and a foul called against Lionberger. McAdam back to the line. Fewer fouls this half so far. 11 in the quarter.
McAdam just 4 of 8 from the free throw line.
It's about at his career average, actually. He was never that spectacular at the free throw line, but it was a guy who got there a lot.
71% as a senior, though, so he obviously got better.
He got a lot better. He was at about 52% as a junior, I want to say. He worked a lot on his shot between his junior and senior season. Gets his own board after the miss. And 2 more for Davion.
He's a single man, a one-man wrecking crew in this second quarter, or third quarter, excuse me.
Heard from him in the pregame show. Chase Stoger, left-handed layup, misses front. Rebound by the North. Ostison, bounce pass, and rejection. Lionberger sends it away, but Thompson with the rebound, airballs it. A foul and 2 shots upcoming for Thompson. Sends him to the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau free throw line. 9-point advantage for the North. Cody Thompson going into mechanical engineering out of the University of Wyoming. Two-time All-State basketball player for Wright.
Just about a 15-10 guy. Averaged 9 rebounds, 15 points his senior year.
Down to a minute 14 left in the third,
but just a 50% free throw shooter.
You just mentioned that one. Yeah, airballs it. But he's got great hair. Eric Oliver across the timeline. Quick move to the right. You can see a concerted effort by him to go right in this contest. Looking down low to Lineberger. Gosar throws it away. Thompson picks it up for the north side. Teal behind the back dribble against Chase Stoger. Flip from the left side with the right arm. A double-digit lead by 11 now. 74-63. North leads the South. Gosar on the wing. He's had the hot hand for the South in this quarter. Tries another three, misses short. Stoger with the rebound on the blocks. Finds some space, bounces out, and throws the ball away to Tanner, intended for Tanner Muchmore. McAdam drives in left. Backs up, 12-foot shot, and it's on the ground, so foul will be a 1-and-1 opportunity for McAdam.
Foul on the floor, Eric Oliver, his second.
1-and-1 for Eric, or for Davion McAdam against the foul of Oliver. What's that for Oliver now on fouls?
That's second for Eric, yeah.
McAdam makes the first. 12-point lead. It's about what he's had in the quarter, isn't it?
Yeah, he's about a 15. I'd have to. I'll add it up between quarters, but yeah, he's had a monster third.
He's had a couple of three-point plays. Makes those two there from the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. Free throw line leads to a Wyoming School Board Association inbound. For the South, Muchmore on the right elbow. Hands off to Stoger on the corner. Back to Muchmore. Wing three for Tanner. Misses. Lineberger working against Thompson for the board. And it's North ball. Ostison to McAdam. Quick spin around travel, right? Yeah. Offensive foul. I think you could have just got him for a travel there.
That's his fourth personal.
Fourth personal for Davion.
Bauer in for the North.
We have a little bit of full court pressure by the North, trying to step on the neck. Not allow a desperation shot at half court. It's short. 76 for the North, 63 for the South at the end of three quarters. 10 minutes back on the board when we return on this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive of the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Stars.
When it comes to shopping online, you definitely want to put thelumberyard.com on your list of favorites. You'll save time and money by visiting thelumberyard.com first. You'll find a huge selection of inventory to choose from. We've got everything you need for any of your home, yard, or shop projects. Get excellent prices and quick delivery when you shop at thelumberyard.com. We are part of the local community, plus we ship all over the United States. Log on today to see what all the excitement is about.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
One more quarter of action here at Casper College. That's it. Then the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Weekend is over. Jake Hibbert joined alongside Ryan Steinekert for this final game, fourth quarter of the boys contest. And right out of the gate, Cade Ostison for the north side gets two more to make it a 15-point advantage. An 18-point third quarter by Davion McAdam, 22 in the game. Leader in the clubhouse right now for the North and both teams for player of the game.
Yeah, you mentioned his 18 points in the quarter, and it was tied. Remember, early in the third quarter, 49-49, and then the North outscored the South 27-14 the rest of that third period.
McAdam had a long way to travel to get to these Casper College games, and all week he's had to sleep nearly 4.5 miles away from home.
It's a rough life when you're living nearby.
He's heading off to Gillette College soon, though. Report for there. Won't have to report early. He's a winter sport athlete. Playing basketball for the Pronghorns. Oliver makes the free throw, 78-65. South trails by 13. Bauer passes up a shot, gives off to Dahlberg out left side on the wing to Ostison for the wing three, no good. Malm has it for the South and takes a wing three. No good, misses. Oliver on the board. Puts off the glass and kisses it down.
Well, we've talked a lot about McAdam and his 22 points. That's 22 points for Eric Oliver.
The two conference players of the year at the 4A level. Dahlberg out to the right side. Trayton Paxton steps back. He's had a quiet day, a good shooter on the season. One of the best three-point shooters in the state of Wyoming. A pretty good dunker as well. Trying to thread the needle is Aaron Teal looking for Cade Ostison cutting. No dice, it's out of bounds, but North does retain possession. 11-point advantage for the North, 78-67. Inbound under the hoop, thrown up. Ostison looking for Dahlberg. Spin around, fading away, and no good. Oliver with the board up ahead. Malm, he's been running the lanes all day long. He's an opportunist.
And a pretty pass to thread the needle.
Back to single digits. Former teammates and teammates one more day. Teal to Dahlberg, but miss on the three is Dahlberg. Oliver running up across to Gosar. Backs up, looks down low in the blocks. Chase Stoger working to his left. Hands off to the right. On the block, Norman off the glass and good. Hey, we want a close one at the end, and the South's doing everything they can at the moment. 78-71 the score. 1 minute and 50 seconds into the fourth period. The North leads by 7. Timeout taken. We'll take it as well. This is MyLocalRadio.com's exclusive coverage of the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Weekend. Boys basketball when we return.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
Full timeout taken here, so Alan Von Eye still giving some instruction. His team up by 7. But the South has been streaking as of late to close the gap to single digits and down to a 2-possession game. Jake Hibbert joined alongside Ryan Steinecker for these final minutes of the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Weekend. Wyoming School Board Association inbound from Aaron Teal. Tristan Bauer working against Chase Stoger. 2 minutes gone by. Screen left and then a roll down by McAdam. Bauer walked with it, goes on called out to the corner, wide open for a three-pointer, Trayton Paxton.
And there's Paxton. You said he's had a quiet afternoon. He makes a little noise.
I believe that's his second three of the game. Oliver fading away from just inside the three-point line, no good, but a putback and the hoop and the harm by Chase Stoger. Three-point play opportunity for Stoger here at the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. Free throw line. Raspberry Days coming up August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Tell me about Raspberry Days in Garden City, Utah, Ryan.
Jake, it's a fantastic 3 days, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in August. The weather's a little bit cooler there, so you get highs in the low 80s, maybe mid-80s. It's an annual event celebrating the harvest of the world-famous Bear Lake raspberries. Visit bearlake.org to learn more.
Chase Stoger converts on the and one, penetrating. Scoop by Tristan Bauer, nothing. So a chance here, down by 7 for the South. Tucker Norman at the top, crosses over to his right a little bit awkwardly, I might say. Paxton pokes at it and wins the battle. Let's see if we have our first dunk of the game. No, not quite. No. I'll tell you what, if I did that, I'm counting it a dunk, but I don't think he will. He's won a dunk contest before, albeit it was the Flaming Gorge dunk contest.
Does that have an asterisk next to it?
Well, I mean, it means you've successfully dunked.
Pretty much.
He is a pretty good dunker, though. I've
He
seen
is.
him in warm-ups before. He can fly. Floating shot by Teal, no good. South basketball, 9-point advantage for the South, or excuse me, for the North over the South. Gosar, free throw line extended up top to Chase Stoger. Free throw line pass to Norman, then back to Malm. Gets a screen from Norman, drives to his left, jump stop. Shot from 15 feet, no good. Aaron Teal with the rebound for the North side. Dribbles through two defenders and then goes up trying to hesitate and get a double clutch shot. Gets called for the contact, though, does the South. So Teal gets bailed out and is headed to the line. Chase Stoger's second foul. Team foul number 10, I believe, for the South in the half, and number 73 of the game.
Right.
83-74 the score. And a timeout taken. We'll be back on this Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Contest brought to you only on mylocalradio.com.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds, plus online streaming music, giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches. Catch up on local and regional news and stream your favorite music. Visit mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook and stream it all live.
South team has been quick out of the gates all day long in the timeouts. Well ahead of the North one more time here. Lane Mitchellson into the game along with Andrew Fordstrom. Jordan Malm stays in. Braxton Yeager back in, and Chase Stoger rounds out the five. For the North, they're standing pat, save for Antonio Quando's entered the game. Got Davion McAdam in as well. Trayton Paxton and Aaron Teal at the line along with Tristan Bauer. 2 free throws for Aaron Teal. Today's broadcast brought to you in part by Yeager Auto Body in Green River. And today's All-Stars athletes are here because they are the best Wyoming has to offer. And next time you have car troubles, go see the best in auto body. That Yeager's Auto Body in Green River. Just give Justin and the gang a call at 307-875-2448. Yeager's Auto Body in Green River. Lead is up to 10 points, 84-74 after the make by Aaron Teal. Teal and Tice Dahlberg combined to make a dynamic duo in Buffalo this season and seasons past. At the basketball, they were the number 1 seed out of the North going into the state tournament. Had a thrilling game and a win against Pinedale, and Danny Gosar, leader for Pinedale this season as well. Came up just a little bit short in the end, did Buffalo. Lander, the state champion. Back to the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau free throw line. Chase Stoger misses the first. A lot of missed free throws, Ryan.
Yeah, he's a 65% free throw shooter as a senior, but he's just 1 of 4 today.
Yeah, and that's on the lower side. He was hit and miss at that line. 9-point game, North on top. 6:15 left in the fourth quarter. Davion, I think, leader right now, as long as that North wins for player of the game in our books. Had an impressive day. Quando, tight handles, bounce pass, looking for Price. Yeager nearly came away with a steal. Drive in, McAdam gets hit by Mitchellson.
Wow.
No contact, foul called. There's certainly contact as it got sent down to the ground, but he still converts. No look pass. Mitchellson up and under shot, misses. Rebound, Mitchellson is tripped up by Price.
Both of them just hustling after it, and Price inadvertently tripped up Mitchellson.
Puts Mitchellson at the free throw line.
But in all-star games, you get 6 personal
Is
fouls.
that Price's 5th? Is that what he said?
Yeah, sure is. Gets to stay around. Lane Mitchellson, a 3,200-meter state champion in 2019. Also, of course, played football and basketball, obviously. He was 4-time All-State in track and field, 3-time All-State in basketball and football. Old Rick Mitchellson is the basketball and track and field coach, too.
He's 4 for 4 from the line in this game.
Tristan Bauer with the handle to Price, fakes a 3, gets Braxton Yeager up into the air, dishes out to the corner. Bauer wide open for 3, and it's nothing but twine. 89-77 the score, 5.5 left. And the North is doing just what they need to stay in the lead for this contest. Come away with a win. Eric Oliver moving to the scorers table. He wants one last run at it. Davion McAdam comes away with a steal. Beats Mitchellson, goes from his left over to the right. 91-77. We got 5 minutes. I think we got triple digits if nothing goes wrong here, Ryan. We've been waiting for it. Been waiting to see that old one flash at the Swede.
Boy, the way McAdam's playing, too, I wouldn't be surprised. That was an impressive play. Uses his strength to get to the ball, and then the crossover, the move to the right, the finish.
Muchmore gets a screen from Stoger. Back cut. Fornstrom loses it, dishes outside. Yeager drives in. Loses his handle and knocked out, probably by the guy guarding him, Trayton Paxton.
It's a critical couple of minutes here for the South. If they can get a few stops, they need to get a couple of threes or a few shots made.
They need a few stops and a few big makes.
14-point game. We've seen them go on 8-0, 6-0 runs. They're going to need at least one of those right now.
Yeager on the right block, spins around against Quando, goes to work, still trying to find some space. Quando sticks with him, and so he has to pass out of it. Muchmore drives through a double team, has McAdam on him, head fakes. McAdam not going up into the air, though. Comes away with the rebound, does McAdam after the miss by Muchmore. Throws up to Quando. Antonio turns around, finds Ethan Price, who thinks about a very deep 3 on the wing, and then gives it up to Bauer. Bauer backing up, 4:14 left. Just in front of the mid-court line. Screen left, Price. Opened up, Bauer then takes the pass on the wing. Out to Dahlberg, has to toe the line. It wasn't a great pass, back to Bauer. North taking a little bit too much time if we want to get to those triple digits. Dahlberg spins around, then again to the right side, off the glass, and pins itself between the glass and the side of the rim. Mitchellson driving in, 2 big steps, floater, no good. Dahlberg on the return. Quando running the lanes, wants an opportunity. Out to the left corner, catch and shoot from 3. Yes!
Quando. Wow, he's been on fire. That's 4 threes in the game.
94-77. 3:32 left in a timeout taken by the South. We'll be back in 30. This is MyLocalRadio.com's exclusive coverage of the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Games.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires and offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
We've been talking about Raspberry Days coming up in the Bear Lake area, Laketown, and Garden City in the next week and a half. And Ryan, what's the go-to snack if you're going down to Raspberry Days?
Raspberries.
You got to get the raspberry
famous,
shake, right?
The raspberry shake.
Yeah.
And there's lots of options, and I'll tell you, my family and I, we've done the taste test. Each one's a little bit different. They're all very, very good.
Missed shot on the transition by Ostison. He goes sliding down to the trainer's room nearly. Mitchellson working around, gets rejected by Dahlberg. Quando comes away with it. Wide open to McAdam. He'll lay it in like a gentleman. 96-77. McAdam was trying to get a dunk in on Friday, and close, but not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
28 for him in the game.
Yeah, he may not be the highest flying dunker, but he's been the best player out there on the court today.
How tall? 6'1"? Is that what he's listed at?
Yeah, he puts himself 6'1".
Okay.
Let's see what he said he was, because I gave him a little leeway in this one, and let's see what we got here. Davion 6'1". That's what he put himself at, yeah.
And the program they hand out at the front door, he's listed at 6'1".
He may be a knucklehead, but he's very self-aware and honest.
Yeah. Well, and I like the comment. He lays it in like a gentleman. That's very true. It was
It was great to get to know him a little bit better over the week. Been a great player for Kelly Walsh and state champion, and he was the standout player in that game. He celebrated with his team afterward at Buffalo Wild Wings. Not a sponsor of today's game, that's just true.
It's a good place to celebrate.
Yeah. 96-78. And I think it's about that time you can say the North has got a winning streak.
Would this be 2 in a row, or is this? Yeah, 2 in a row.
2 in a row.
For the
South
North.
won it 3 years ago with those Douglas players just going apey in overtime, even to get to overtime. Fadeaway shot, Ostison misses. We are 2 buckets away from seeing that old 1 flash at the Swede. Corner 3, Mitchellson. Uh-oh. Somebody forgot to shoot it.
He's a 21% free throw shooter as a senior.
3-point. Yeah, 3-point. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, that's the time to take it.
Yep.
18-point game. It's an all-star exhibition, and we'll keep it right here over this timeout. I think it's just a 30. I think that's the signal I got from the referee. There's 2:20 left. An 18-point differential. It is a full 96-78. North over the South. 19 fouls in the second half. Actually seems, Ryan, like it's been looser called.
They let up a little bit from the first half. We saw too many whistles in the first, and it's been pretty good in the second.
Appreciate the come on in, sponsoring the pregame show and halftime reports. Also a couple of sets in the volleyball games. And Ryan, I think they've probably also thanks for keeping your kids entertained today, right?
Absolutely. We got there and yesterday and then today, of course, the pools. We got there after 3 o'clock, and they put the fish food out at 7 and 3.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, there's no more fish food, and she saw my 2 kids, and she goes, here you go. She pulled some fish food out of the drawer so they could feed the fish. It's a great place to stay. It really is.
Yeah, I'm just worried that stalking wolf at the top is going to come down and get me one of these days.
My son asked me if that was like it wasn't like a timber wolf or something. He has some name. I was like, yep, that's it.
A dire wolf?
Something I've never heard of. No, it was something like that, but not a dire wolf.
2 minutes left. 96-78, back at action. North versus South, Casper College. Sad to see this one go. It's been another fun one. Davion McAdam out to the right side as Dahlberg on the wing. Back up top. Throw down low, give and go. Dahlberg was in the blocks. Has Rouse on the left wing. Running some delay here. That's not what I want to see. I want to see 100 points if you're going to play these next 2 minutes, Ryan.
Well, the delay ends up in a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see it after all. It's a purely selfish thing. I've just never seen 100 points in a high school game. This on the fringe of a high school game. Everyone has graduated.
Right.
Mitchellson puts 80 on the board for the South side.
That's Mitchellson's first field goal of the game. He's got 6 points.
Ostison to Dahlberg and to Rouse. He takes a shot, a long 2. It's good.
He wants to get to 100 too, Jay.
Yes, he does. He's right with me. Andrew Fornstrom dishes out left side to Muchmore.
The spacing for the South just has not been as cohesive, not been as good as we've seen for the North today.
Nice move by Muchmore. Throws out to Lineberger. Misses Wild, though. 70 seconds to play. Davion McAdam. Throw it up, and I don't know what he was doing there. I think an attempt at an oop, perhaps. And we've got it, 100 points. Cody Thompson puts him at 100. 100-80 in the final minute. Rejection, and Tice Dahlberg still playing tough defense out there.
I think McAdam was thinking, hey, help me out, Lineberger. Let's get the dunk. We'll do the. I mean, you'll be scoring on the wrong basket, but what do you care? We'll get to 100. The alley oop. Maybe not.
Maybe. Don't know if they had a handshake deal at the beginning of the game in this exact situation. If it comes up.
Okay, just in case this happens.
Okay,
with
so
50 seconds left in the game.
We're up by 18. You are losing. You're going to lose the game. There's 57 and a half seconds left. And I'm in transition, and you're right behind me. Let's just throw an oop.
Muchmore, the only guy who hasn't scored yet today, missed the first free throw.
So what you're saying is he should have shot a lot more, perhaps much more?
Perhaps, yeah.
100-80. And the North basketball. Paxton, baseline penetration. Wide open Aaron Teal misses. Down to 40 seconds left, and Paxton with the rebound. Rouse to the wing. Dahlberg calling for it. Swing around to the left. Back to Dahlberg on the wing. Leaves Norman in the dust. Double clutch shot, no good. Still battling for that board, and a box out by Cody Thompson gives the ball back to the north side. 26 seconds left. 100-80. We've got a South team looking to maybe get a steal here and just finish on a high note, but certainly the North coming away with their second straight win in the All-Star games. South won the volleyball. South won the basketball on the girls' side, but the North boys come away with the victory here and finish out on a high note. Throw up looking for Dahlberg, and I don't know that was ever going to work, but worth a try from those old teammates from Buffalo. Andrew Fornstrom tries a three at the buzzer. That's the end of the game, and 100-80 is your final score. We will take a break here and come back with a little post-game coverage to close out this Wyoming Coaches Foundation exclusive coverage on mylocalradio.com.
Superior Rental is Evanston's only full-service rental equipment store. We have what you need to get the job done. Backhoes, trenchers, excavators, air compressors, jackhammers, concrete tools, hammer drills, aerators, tillers, power rakes, forklifts, log splitters, tables and chairs, popcorn, snow cone, and cotton candy machines. Alright, you get the picture. You don't have to own when you can rent. From Superior Rental, 371 Prospector Drive in Evanston.
Members of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union feel confident that our staff has your best interest in mind, confident that we acknowledge your financial needs, confident that we are always working hard to provide the best rates, best products, and the best service the industry can offer, and confident that we will always work with you to help achieve your financial goals. Join Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today. TronaValley.com, member NCUA.
No matter what you need to have printed, Westar Printing is the place you want to have it done. Calendars, letterhead, envelopes, brochures, books, posters, vinyl banners, business forms, announcements, wedding invitations, and business cards are just a few examples. You can also have your favorite family photos printed on canvas or placed into a personalized family photo calendar. You will want to do business with Westar Printing. Stop in today. Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Stream your favorite music all day, every day, or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Taking a look there at the South team getting their pictures taken. North side just finishing up their pictures as well. The North has defeated the South in this final game of the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Stars, 100-80. And Ryan's adding up the stats as he can. I see it furiously writing. Do you have them all?
Got it.
Got it. Run us through them if you would.
The South, no, let's go to the North first since they won. Davion McAdam, 28 points, led all scorers, 28. What a game. He had 18 of those in the third quarter, and that was a difference maker in the ball game as the North outscored the South 27-14 after the South had tied it at 49 early in the third. So McAdam leads with 28. Four other guys in double figures, 13 points for Tristan Bauer, 12 for Antonio Quando. All four, he hit 4 shots, 4 3-pointers, and finished with 12. 10 apiece for Cade Austenson and Ethan Price. And then a few other guys got in on the scoring as well. Trayton Paxton finished with 8. Had 5 of those in the fourth quarter. 6 points for Cody Thompson. 5 from Aaron Teal. 4 apiece from Tice Dahlberg and Hunter Rouse. And I think that was all the guys on the north. As for the south, leading the way was Eric Oliver with 24. Tucker Norman had 12, and Danny Gosar had 14. Those 3 guys in double figures. Also, 8 points for Derek Lionberger. Lane Mitchellson finished with 6. Chase Stoger had 5. 4 for Jordan Malm, 3 for Braxton Yeager, and 2 points from Andrew Fornstrom. And the one guy, Tanner Muchmore, unfortunately, out of 20 guys, he did not score. I mean,
I would have
all
expected
other 19
much more.
did. I would too. Yeah, be a Cheyenne East guy, but unfortunately he did not. Final of 100-80. The South 18 of 29 from the free throw line. The North 12 of 21.
Well, I was going to get Davion McAdam. I think the TV person might have just tried to snipe him from us, Ryan.
Really?
I'll run down. Let's take one last break and see if we can get him up here. And if not, we'll find someone else. Close out this postgame show next on MyLocalRadio.com's coverage of the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Games.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
Do you really think you can get a better deal on a vehicle in the city? Poppycock! Rocky Mountain Yeti is hungry for your business and will beat any bona fide deal on any vehicle, or they'll give it to you as a gift. Now that's legendary. Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary warranty, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-ups, maintenance, chain sharpening, whatever you need. Stop in today, Superior Rental and Sales, 371 Prospector Drive, here in Evanston.
It's important to feel like you belong. At Trona Valley Federal Credit Union, we understand the value of connection. When you become a member, you join our family. You become an owner of a not-for-profit financial organization, and your success becomes our success. We give back to our members by offering lower loan rates, fewer fees, higher yields, and more products and services. Become a member of Trona Valley Federal Credit Union today, and let's work together to reach your financial goals. We're a caring partner here for you. Member NCUA.
Welcome back to the Sweet Erickson Thunderbird Gymnasium, home of the Thunderbirds at Casper College. Ryan Steinekert here. Jake Hibbard checking in with Davion McAdam, trying to get him for a post-game interview. McAdam finished with 28 points today in this boys all-star game, and the North led the North to a 100-80 victory. The North with 2 consecutive wins in this boys all-star game series. Recapping the day in the volleyball match, the South won. They took the first 2 sets, and then the North took the third set. None of those sets were all that competitive, but sets 4 and 5 were very good. Now, the South took set 4, coming from behind and winning 29-27. North took set 5, 15-12. The South officially won 3-1. In the girls' game, it was a blowout. The South jumped out to a 19-3 lead by the end of the first quarter and cruised to victory. McKinley Bradshaw led all scorers. She and Alexandria Trosper had 12 points apiece. Bradshaw also with 15 rebounds, as 4 South players scored in double figures, and the South won 67-38. Here in this boys' game, it was the North running away
late. It was tied at 49 early in the third quarter, but then the North outscored the South 27-14 the rest of the way in the third and outscored the South 24-17 in the fourth for a 100-80 victory. And Jake, you got your 100 points.
Yeah, we did. Looks like the TV did take Davion away from us then.
Huh.
All there.
And they're recording. They're not even doing it live.
Exactly. That's
a little frustrating.
Oh, that's TV for you.
That is TV for you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. There may be things said after this. Anyways. I think we're good, Ryan. I think it's going to take a while, and after that, so let's go ahead and close that one out. 100-80, the final. The North versus the South. North comes away victorious for a second straight year. Davion McAdam, our player of the game in that one, 28 points in the contest. And thanks so much again for another year at the Wyoming Coaches Foundation All-Star Weekend. For Ryan Steinekert, I'm Jake Hibbard. We'll see you back here next year.
Thank you for tuning in to this MyLocalRadio.com exclusive of the WCF All-Star Boys Basketball Contest. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be reused or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder. This concludes our coverage of the 2019 All-Star Weekend. We'll see you again next year.